You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that
the greatest of all time.
After stunning the world by defeating Canelo Alvarez, Terence "Bud" Crawford sent a message directly to Floyd Mayweather. He said, "I'll up your legacy asterisk. Not your record, not your bank, your legacy." Floyd, who has always guarded his name fiercely, responded immediately. He fired back in interviews, downplayed Crawford's victory, and reminded everyone why he calls himself the greatest. But this isn't just trash talk, it's about legacy. Crawford holds the pound-for-pound crown now, but Floyd still has the perfect record, the PPV numbers, and the fame. For the first time, it feels like their legacies are directly clashing. Let's break it down.
Who you think's better out of those two? Crawford or Mayweather?
I think Crawford is better, bigger. Like he's actually he moving weight class, and I would say Crawford is a better fight all around fighter. Mayweather is really good too, though. You can't knock him as well. You know, he's very talented. It would have been a tough fight, but I think Crawford would have the edge over Mayweather because of the long arms and because it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? And he would have kept him at bay. It would have been hard for Mayweather to counter, maybe. But Mayweather's definitely a technician. I mean, like Crawford said, you know, Mayweather has his era, and Crawford, this is his era.
To see why Crawford made that statement, we need to go back to Vegas. On September 13th, Crawford stepped into the ring against Canelo Alvarez, moving up 2 weight classes, facing a huge size disadvantage, with the boxing world doubting him. And then he outboxed Canelo. Over 12 rounds, Bud neutralized Canelo's power, landed the cleaner punches, and became the first fighter in history to hold undisputed titles in 3 different weight classes.
You know, you said something about what fighters go through, and you've seen enough guys that the game is taken from. It's a hard game to get through. Can you get a better ending than tonight? I mean, really?
Not at all. Not at all. This is the top of the top. You know, Canelo is, you know, an all-time great. Like I said before, he's the last one.
He was the A side of the age.
There's no more Canelos, you know. There's no more. So, you know, when you look around, you say, I'm the Canelo, you know, I'm the face of boxing now, and I'm the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, like I've always been. You know, just gotta wait and see.
That wasn't just a victory, it was history. A win that changes the entire conversation.
I couldn't really keep up with him. He was too fast. His feet, footwork was too good.
Do you think the scores was right on, or do you think maybe it was a little more towards Bud?
What was the scorecards?
115, 113, 116, 112.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah?
I feel like Bud damn near basically won every round, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about right. You can say that.
Now, with this accomplishment, Keyshawn, is he on the Mount Rushmore of
Hell
boxers?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah?
3-time undisputed. He just beat Canelo.
Yeah.
The face of boxing. So now you can say Bud is the face of boxing.
Greatest of all time, or?
Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it could never be one great, but he definitely one of the greatest of all time, for sure.
Suddenly, fans weren't just calling Bud the pound-for-pound #1. They were asking, is Bud greater than Floyd? That's where the tension started. Floyd built his brand on being untouchable, on being Money Mayweather, the ultimate blueprint. But now Crawford's brilliance is so clear that even Floyd's legacy is facing questions.
Backed by arguably one of the greatest of all time, right?
what are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we want to know, in the least amount of fights, you know, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
the greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
That's why Crawford came out swinging with, "I love your legacy asterisk," because he knows he's not just beating fighters. He's challenging the story Floyd has controlled for decades. When Crawford said he'd shaken Floyd's legacy, he wasn't talking about facing him in the ring. He was calling out the narrative. Floyd's career has always been about control. He chose when to fight Pacquiao. He chose when to fight De La Hoya. He fought Canelo when Canelo was still young. He never gave fans a reason to question him.
You see all these fighters, they doing the shoulder roll, you see, I mean? Yeah. And not knocking the guys that paved the way. And I want to come on record and say, I'm appreciative for guys like Sugar Ray Robinson and Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. So many guys that paved the way for me. But there's only one Floyd Mayweather. These fighters are not better than me. You look at the numbers, they say, oh, Canelo may end up beating more world champions than Floyd Mayweather. Boy, he should, with almost, 80 and 90 fights, he should. I beat more world champions than any fighter in history. I'm 50-0, but half of my fights was world title fights.
But Crawford is different. Bud is boldly chasing greatness at every step. He didn't wait for Spence to decline. He defeated him at his peak. He didn't face Canelo on the way down. He beat him at super middleweight, where Canelo had dominated.
How are you feeling to be Chris Eubank's trainer, first of all?
It feels good, man. You know what I'm saying? I've been this trainer before, so.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a no-brainer.
Of course. Congratulations on the win. What's your first reactions to Crawford's victory? One of the greats of this era, right?
Oh, definitely that. You know that.
What do you want to see him do now?
What I want to do now?
What do you want to see Crawford do next?
Do what he at this point now in his career where he could do whatever he wanted to do.
Who would you like to see him fight? Any names? Is there any names in particular you'd like to see?
It doesn't matter.
What about Canelo? Would you like to see him retire?
I don't. Canelo's not my responsibility.
Okay.
What Bud was saying is clear. I'm the one taking risks others wouldn't. And when people look at our legacies, that's what will stand out.
You're so emotional afterward. Is it that you just realized everything that you achieved? The moment just hit you then?
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's just, the history, behind the sport is just everything that, I trained for my whole life. It all was, coming out that one night. That was all paying off. You have a lot of people that, adopted this narrative that Terence Crawford can't sell, Terence Crawford is not marketable, and they push the narrative to the public, and that's all people write about. Oh, Terence Crawford can't do this, Terence Crawford can't do that. But any one of Terence Crawford fights, you see a sold out crowd, but they wasn't talking about that. They was talking about how, marketable I'm not, and that kind of was hurting my career because, a lot of people was looking at me and said, oh yeah, they said he's not marketable. Or they said he's not, don't have a personality, things like that, because I didn't want to do things their way. I didn't want to put on a show. I didn't want to disrespect my opponents when they wasn't disrespecting me. Right. I wasn't, I'm not a guy that, wear jewelry for no reason. Just the things that I didn't want to do that they wanted me to do. They go out there and say, oh, well, they lost money on me. It's just crazy though to see me headline, not one of the largest attending fight in American history. In American history.
For Crawford, legacy isn't just about staying undefeated. It's about who you fought, when you fought them, and how you fought them. In his view, that's why he can challenge Floyd's throne. But Floyd couldn't stay quiet. In true Money Mayweather style, he downplayed Crawford's win. He said Canelo wasn't that great, that Bud's resume is thin compared to his, and that beating a few names doesn't make you TB. He reminded everyone of his 50-0 record, his record-breaking paydays, and the fact that no one ever figured him out in the ring. To Floyd, Crawford isn't rewriting history. He's standing on Floyd's shoulders.
Today I'll let you know there's no fighter that will ever be better than me. There's no fighter that wasn't better than me before me or after me or when I'm long gone. I'm the best.
And the harshest part? Floyd basically dismissed Crawford's impact on his legacy. He said, "When people talk about greatness, they talk about me. Period. Crawford can't mess with something that's already untouchable." The asterisk, Floyd's way of saying you can't take down the king. You can only try to follow in his footsteps.
Wild, because like if you look at Floyd's resume, it's much deeper than Crawford's. And Floyd was faster and he had a better defense and all that stuff. But Floyd picked and chose when he fought guys, especially once he left lightweight. He wiped out the junior lights, bring him. Lightweight, he jumps up to Jose Luis Castillo first thing. A lot of people think he lost the first fight, then I didn't, but then he won the rematch. But once he left lightweight, he was careful about when he fought guys. So even though his resume is deeper with names, people remember, yeah, but he didn't want it with certain dudes at certain times. Crawford, we all witnessed, even though the resume is thin in certain ways, he wanted it with everyone the whole time.
Oh, yes.
That makes a difference to people.
But here's the truth. The debate is real. Floyd's legacy is built on perfection. 50 wins, 0 losses. Never knocked down. Victories over legends. The pay-per-view king. He turned boxing into a billion-dollar business. Crawford's legacy is built on taking bold risks. A 3-time undisputed, 5-division champion, he beat Spence and Canelo back-to-back at 38. He shows no fear, no hesitation, just total dominance.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know, but for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything, you know. He wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
This is the core of the legacy battle. Safety versus risk, business versus greatness, control versus courage.
I saw you before the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. GOAT, greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches, not just me, Saul, Red, Bernie, Chet, nutritionists. You know, everybody played a part.
Canelo said he's way better than Mayweather. What do you think to that?
Who, Terence?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course he is.
Floyd will always say, "I was the smartest." Crawford will always say, "I was the bravest." And that's why Crawford's comment hit hard. It challenged the one thing Floyd values more than money, his place in history.
They were saying that if he beats Canelo, it could put him as even the greatest of all time. What does that put him in the all-time list, man?
At least top 10.
At least
top
10?
10 or top 15,
yeah.
Easily, you know? It's guys that we may not know of or heard of, like Henry Armstrong. Simultaneously, he was 3 divisions carrying all 3 weight divisions at the same time.
Which performance was better? I don't like to compare them, but Crawford or Mayweather's over Canelo. Like it's just different.
It's just different styles, different looks, you know? But the punching, the output that he was giving Canelo definitely gave him the win.
Here's the thing. Floyd doesn't react like this unless he feels threatened. And right now he does. Crawford isn't just winning fights, he's winning respect. He's the pound-for-pound #1. The man who beat Canelo when nobody thought it could happen. The fighter being called the GOAT by younger boxers, legends, and analysts alike.
5, let's name it. We gotta put the 5 up.
Who the 5?
Robinson is the grill.
Who?
Sugar Ray Robinson. That's
Man,
grill.
niggas, I ain't even see that.
I YouTubed him, nigga. I YouTubed him. He on YouTube. Check YouTube.
He was buns.
Nah, it's like this.
He was buns.
Sugar Ray Robinson is buns. No, you're wildin'. We're not standing for that.
Buns.
Listen, it's like this. It's like this. It's like
boxing has evolved, bro.
It has, but I'm saying
and Sugar Ray Robinson didn't even know how to pick his hands up.
Hold up, it's
Go
like
watch
this.
him fight Jake LaMotta. He was hitting that nigga with non-stop hooks. Over and over.
But you're not counting like this. That's like saying Wilt Chamberlain. That's like saying Wilt Chamberlain is not that. If you dominate in the era where you're doing shit that nobody does in the era, nobody was doing that.
Wilt Chamberlain, did they have a 3-point line?
No.
Oh, I don't want to hear about him.
He scored 100 points.
Doing what?
It don't matter what he did. 100 of these, nigga. 100 of these.
That's ass.
Nah, you gotta stop it.
That's ass.
So there you have it. Terence Crawford told Floyd Mayweather, "I'll up your legacy asterisk." Floyd fired back, downplaying Bud's win, reminding everyone of his 50-0 record, and insisting no one can touch his throne. But the question remains, whose legacy shines brighter? Floyd's perfection or Bud's bold, risk-taking greatness? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Glove Lords. I'll see you in the next one.